Mr. Cummings is getting tongue lashed by Mr. Chevetz over the accusation that went on national. Well, it's not an accusation; it's truth. He went on national television and said that the case should be closed.
When the ranking member went on national television and said that this case should be closed, that's wrong. And I have the greatest respect for him.
The gentleman yield.
Gentlemen, yield. We're going to look at Mr. Cummings and see if that's actually what he wants. Does he want this case to be closed? Does he want to get to the bottom of it? Does his body language agree with his mouth? Let's see.
Yes.
Let me be clear.
Let me.
There's no talking points going on here.
Talking points.
No,
Talking points. Just more talking points going on here. I love how he demeans him almost instantly. No. You're just a kid talking. But watch these eyebrows. He gets surprised when Chevetz stands up to him. No, let me my time. Watch that. He's saying it as we pause it.
At least
Oh, look, eyebrows. What? He's talking back to me? No. His hands open like that. That doesn't happen.
Take my time.
I want to answer your allegation.
And I want,
I just wanna. I'm so. How many times have you actually met someone and that's what they do when they're like in the wrong, and you are just ready to pull your hair out because they just live in a world that is not reality. I just want to, and they throw it on you as if you're the aggressor, and you're the one being false, and you're the one giving out information to shut things down.
Yes, gentleman.
to suggest that they're just talking points,
Where is that?
these are not just talking points.
He's not listening, which is another thing that this personality type does. He couldn't shut Chevetz down because that was his time. But he's not listening to him now because he does not want to be confronted with his guilt. I mean, who wants to be confronted with their guilt anyways? But he's blatantly not wanting to be confronted with it. So he's going to negotiate with Isa right now to let him talk and answer Chevetz. There's Chevetz, and it's also a peon thing too. My PP is bigger than your PP, and I'm going to shut you down. You don't shut me down. And I'm going to get Isa to help me.
Yield the gentleman time.
Thank you. Let me be very clear. I hope the gentleman will
Yes,
join
let's
me
be clear.
when I say
Okay. Hand hammering, not necessarily truths or lies when he's talking with a hand hammer. This is just hammering down what he wants to say and his belief system. And that's just in general.
that I want every single syllable of every single transcript that we can get, every redactions.
Now that's important. Redacted redactions.
Without
Because you see this little finger move he makes right there. He's giving an amount as he's talking about redactions. And he's giving a very large amount that he's willing to accept. How many kids have you seen walk around and giving this move? And adults too. They'll sit there and go, oh, a little bit amount. Usually the little bit amount is extremely close together. And most of the time, they're pretty much the skin's touching, especially when you're in a fluent conversation. He's like, here, I'll take a whole lot of redactions. Just cut the hell out of that. Mind you, this is Congress, and Congress has access to classified material. So what they're redacting, I don't know, especially when it's IRS stuff.
Dahlia, I've been asking for that, and I want that.
That's important too. I've been asking for that, and I want that. What did he do there? Let's go back. Right here, he's looking down towards the people in front, but he's not pointing at them. I've been asking for that, and I want that. He didn't ask them for that. This is a statement to them. I've been asking for that, as in, I'm telling you I've been asking that, although this is the same organization that he's talking to. He's been asking for that. So no, he did not ask for that. He has not been asking for that. He is now making a statement with his eyes. I'm asking for it now. It's kind of like a backtrack. I want a cookie. But you already took the cookie. Yeah, but I'm asking for it now. I'm asking for it now.
I want that.
I want that. That little eye move right there. I want that. Look at that. Goes right down. I want that. Talking to them. That's so hilarious. Goes directly into eye contact with one of the people on the panel. I want it.
Was when it came to the issue of saying that the president of the White House was responsible.
That little hand move right there. President White House, he keeps his hand like this because he's grouping them. He groups the president and the White House as one. And there is a slice scene when I said the president and the White House were not responsible. Watch.
Was responsible for this. I said,
Right there. Go right back. That slice move right there was not responsible. He's saying not only, he's saying what he says, but his belief system is not responsible. Is not responsible. Not responsible. Whether they are responsible or not, he's saying no. Putting up that no. Slice it in half. That whatever that says that, I'm slicing it. It's a no.
I said that evidence to that point and continues to be not there. As far as the investigation is concerned, I want us to.
This is important. Watch this finger right here because it's going to stutter. Not only do people's mouths stutter when they talk, body language stutters too. And I find this hilarious. And we'll go over this real quick before he actually does it so you can see it and understand what he's doing. He's talking about getting down to the bottom of it. And this finger stutters going up. This little pointer finger stutters as it tries to open and go up. They go, yeah, I'm open to that. No, you're not. Your finger does not want to agree with your mouth. It does not want to agree. Which says you don't want to get to the bottom of this.
Get to the bottom of that.
Stutter, stutter.
It is
Let's do that again.
very important. So
Where's
I
that
just wanted to
stutter?
make that clear.
Come here. Do the
So
stutter.
I just wanted to make that clear.
Do the stutter. Do the stutter. There's that stutter.
Bottom of that. And
There's that stutter.
It is very, very, very important. So
I like how he hammers that. He doesn't hammer it when he is, he didn't give it to hammer, which is Cummings, I believe. That's what I'm saying. His fist goes together, his thumb is like angled up, but it's closed. He didn't give the hammer with that. Very, very important. It's not important. He gave it the typical showman flagpole. Is that this is where I'm making my stand and I'm going to say it, but he didn't hammer it. And it is another thing when you're watching people with their body language, what their normal is, and when he's making a point, he likes to hammer. That is his norm, is to hammer. And what he did with this, look at it again.
it is very, very, very important.
He sit there and had his, he's got his hand closed, but in like a pinch type move. It is very, very important. It's like a crane pecking at food and really not getting at anything. He's not really, it's disagreeing with his mouth is basically what is going on. His body language is disagreeing with the mind and the mouth at this moment. And he's just trying to make a point. And that is why he's not doing the hammering, which is his norm, when he wants to make a point that he believes. And which is why we call it, when the hammer comes out, it's not necessarily a truth or a lie. It is his belief system that is coming out. It is the core of his mentality. So when we don't see it and he's going, it is very, very important over something he says he believes, and you don't see the hammer come out, then it's not what he believes. It is not very, very important.
So I just wanted to make that clear.
And he throws his hand out there. So, okay, I'm done. I've made my case. And he's not going to talk about it anymore. He feels at this point that he's done all that he can to untarnish his reputation. But look how he looks down right after that. He's looking down in defeat because he knows he really, his body is deceiving him. And although the other people around him may not be able to see that, and I'm pretty sure that, they've had to deal with this man a lot, they probably know. His body is saying otherwise. And that's when you get the conflict of mentalities, especially if in your own self and in others, when their body language doesn't agree with their talk, and it's very important for their talk to get across to someone as truth, as a defense, you instantly go into defeat mode because your body language did not agree with your mouth, because you didn't sell it. I mean, the other part is he didn't even sell it to himself. His brain didn't even agree with him, for his body to agree.
Can I ask unanimous consent for 30 seconds?
Of course.
Okay.
Part of the reason.
It's over. He's done talking his case. Anyways, after this, the video will play of the whole thing, so you can see it without me pausing it and circling stuff with the cursor. Thank you for watching. Please like it. If you have any suggestions of any future ones, I'm going to do ones that I find interesting, just on different people, bankers, Senate members, representatives. I won't do it on patriots or people that I see are patriots. So I think some people really need to have their secrets, and that is how they're going to win for us. But if you have any suggestions, be very specific on who and exactly which video.
The gentleman yields.
Yes.
Let me be clear, because there's some old talking points going on here.
No,
At least
you're claiming my time.
I just want to. I want to answer your allegation.
And I want
Gentlemen,
It's the gentleman's time.
to suggest that they're just talking points.
30 seconds once he finishes.
These are not just talking points.
Oh, come on, Isa.
Yield the gentleman time.
Thank you. Let me be very clear. I hope the gentleman will join me when I say that I want every single syllable of every single transcript that we can get, every redactions, appropriate redactions put out here. I've been asking for that, and I want that. What I said was, when it came to the issue of saying that the President and the White House was responsible for this, I said that the evidence to that point, and continues to be, not there. As far as the investigation is concerned, I want us to get to the bottom of that. And I really mean that. It is very, very, very important. So I just wanted to make that clear.
Can I ask unanimous consent for 30 seconds?
Of course.
Part of the reason it has risen to this level is that you have the White House spokesman, Jay Carney, blaming one of the people sitting there at this table. You have the former acting commissioner saying it was 2 rogue agents. It was the most powerful people in Washington, D.C., placing blame on the person sitting before us. And that's why it continues forward. And that's why I do think the White House is now engaged in this.